Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. In the same way, when we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. But because today we have a woman, I will tell you the kind of man she is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker Show. We help men and women to get matches. And the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. You're not lost. If you're new to the show, kindly subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Njero. Now, today I have a very interesting yet disturbing story because the guest on today's show is a lady, a 47-year-old lady from Ukambani. Her name is Lydia. I will only use the first name because she's called Dr. Lydia. Na si doctor ya ku honorary, si ile ya kupewa heshima, ni ile doctor ya kusomea. She's a medical doctor. She's not even a clinical officer. You know, there are those stages. She's not even a clinical officer. She's a doctor. Okay? Most dispensaries, even hospitals, patients are attended by CEOs, the clinical officers, with the help of nurses. Now, this one is a doctor. You know what I mean? There's a difference between a doctor and a clinical officer, just as there is a difference between a clinical officer and a nurse, but most people call them doctors because they attend to patients. Dr. Lydia is 47 years old, single lady who has never been married, and surprisingly, she has never been dated. She has not been into a relationship. That is not where the problem is. The problem is she has never been approached. Don't forget that she's a virgin. You know, some of these things you are about to experience on the show. Some of the things you're about to experience on the show are about to take you on a reflection journey. So that sometimes when somebody feels that, I have lost it all because I don't have this or that, there is somebody who feels that they might not be having what you lack, but they lack what you actually have. What happens is that Lydia comes from Ukambani. She comes from Mwingi Central. And having been born and raised there, she received all her elementary education there. She has not been dating. When people are being cancelled, especially at the lower levels of education, when you're being guided, when you're being cancelled, when you're having departments of guidance and counseling, they advocate for things like purity, sexual purity, non-interference with sexuality when you're a student, abstinence, abstinence from drugs and substance abuse, running away from violence, and many other vices that bedevil society. People dwell on how not to engage in a boy-girl relationship because these are children and that is how it is supposed to be. Sasa ya Lydia ilimuingia, she didn't even break loose, so because she was very focused. Unaona mtu mwenye anasoma mpaka anakuwa daktari, that must have been a very focused woman. The prevailing conditions and circumstances notwithstanding, she was a very, very disciplined woman. So what happened is that the moment she left school, the moment she left primary school, she went direct to high school. She went to Alliance Girls High School, akapita vizuri, akaenda akasomea udaktari na amesoma hadi ng'ambo. Okay? There was a time she even wanted to join the Cuban doctors. But there is something about her that does not satisfy the urge to fulfill what God said. Fill the earth. She feels that she is not part of the equation because she has not been actively engaged. Now, this is not even the problem because women don't marry themselves. You wait for a good man and one thing leads to another and you are married. A man will just see you and that man will make a move and then you will respond to the moves according to whether you like him or not. One thing leads to another and a family is raised. Although society has changed and even women make moves, people who are like 40, 47, 50, 60 were programmed to believe that only men were supposed to make moves. However, these days, women make moves too. Now, the problem is she doesn't know whether this is a family problem because she has three sisters. All the three sisters are not married. The mother is not married. The mother has two sisters. The sisters are not married, and their maternal grandmother was not married. What I'm saying is, Lydia does not know a grandfather. There is none she can tell. This is from my lineage. She does not have a father. She grew up without a father, and she's about to experience a horrible kind of feeling that I might not be having a husband. Even if she was to adopt a kid, if she was to adopt a kid, that means uh, there will be no father in the picture. And that is exactly why she's on the show. She feels that maybe she could be having anything else she needs in terms of financial resources, but she does not have the happiness. Because at the end of the day, you make very many accomplishments. And let me tell you something. When you have a family, there are wins you win out there. And when you win them, and that is why I told people, you are not here because you are desperate. You are looking for a companion. You are looking for somebody you can share your wins and losses with. Sometimes you accomplish and you can't wait to get home to show people, wow, this is what we achieved today. This is what the Lord is faithful. You set goals when somebody is seeing, and then you accomplish those goals and you celebrate together. What a wonderful moment. So Lydia feels that sometimes she's able to attend to patients and these patients recover. Sometimes she speaks to patients because it is like a calling to be a doctor. Doctors in the house know what I'm talking about. To be a doctor, to be a nurse, to be a teacher is a calling, you know. So at the end of the day, she speaks to a patient. Maybe the patient was cancerous, the patient had cancer, the patient had a disease that needed advice. She talks to the patient and she can't imagine that she has just breathed life into that patient, and that patient starts living again altogether. And that's an accomplishment worth of celebrating, but she doesn't have somebody to share with. You can understand her frustration. Sometimes you have money, you are on leave, you are on 3 months leave, you do not enjoy the tours out there. If somebody tells you they're enjoying their company alone and alone, there is a problem somewhere. It is always a desire. Although in the 48 laws of power, there is a rule that says if you can't get something, resent it. Like trivialize it. Art is important, hi-fi. But if you are looking for something, I told you the iron law of attraction states that whatever you are looking for is also looking for you. If you desire something, never be negative about it. Just show positive vibes, positive energy. The universe will move the vibrations of your positive mentality, and whatever you're looking for will definitely be looking for you. So it is upon you, it is incumbent upon us to always desire and confess. You make confessions, you make declarations, you make decrees that I will be this, I will be that, I can accomplish this, I can accomplish that. So, on behalf of Lydia and anybody else who feels that the time is ripe, speak positive about it, prophesy to yourself. Place your hand on your head. Say a word that will bring life into existence about whatever nature of thing you're looking forward to get. So Lydia is there. Now she's looking for a man who is between the ages of 40 and even 70, because she can't imagine that putting limits will just put off a man who is out there. And this is the very first time. She has been watching this show since May, and she has gathered enough courage. I felt her story because, again, you are 47, a virgin, and you didn't choose celibacy. Celibacy is where you choose to be either virgin or single for the purpose of serving God. But this one is not serving God in the capacity of a minister. She is serving God in the ministry of her career. and that one does not warrant, that one doesn't require you to be virgin, doesn't require you not to have a family, because it is just a job like any other. I'm hoping that Lydia will be able to get a match. I will post her contacts on our stories. And if there is a man there between the ages of 40 and 70 who could want to just be a husband, she doesn't even mind. If that man doesn't have anything, if that man, she can, if she speaks life into the patients she serves, and then patients will be coming with testimonies that, you spoke life, you encouraged me, I was downtrodden, I felt like life was coming to an end. Now I'm encouraged, I will not be disillusioned anymore. I told you to be disillusioned is to be disappointed, and things like that. So I am hoping that Lydia will get a match. And to everybody out there who feels the fear of making a move just because you are not aligning yourself to the right moment, maybe the time was not right. Otherwise, in the appointed time, God make all things possible. He will make everything work together for good, because you love him and he loves you back. Otherwise, remember Jeremiah 29, that for I alone, says the Lord, know the plans that I have for you, plans of good and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. Any man, and the only qualification that Lydia is looking for is a man, and hata mtu wa 35 anaweza jitetea, because she can't imagine another generation of fatherless, husbandless, move from grandmother to mother, now her. And if she adopts a girl, and you can imagine adopting a girl, and then that girl will not also see the father, because she says that she's not yet menopause. I don't know whether it's by faith or what, that's upon her. There are women who are even 52 and they are not yet menopause, okay? So I'm hoping her well. She's looking forward to get babies. She's also even looking forward to walk down the aisle. She can even fund the wedding, because she's very interested in a man. And whatever you're doing, may you prevail even in other areas of your life. Ndio usikuwa una succeed in your career, family wise how succeed. Una succeed family, lakini hauna kakili. Okay? So I'm wishing everyone the best of luck. God bless you. Until next time, this is Jenga Jero. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Follow me on Facebook at Jenga Jero. That is where I will post the contacts of our guests. Bye bye. God bless.